Shalom everyone. Hello, how are you? I wanted to share this video with you in hopes to inspire you, and hopefully it will give you some inspiration as you continue journeying to truth and with Yahuah. Now, this is my testimony a little bit more from my first video about why I left Christianity. And I'm sharing this testimony because I want you all to really see how the enemy works and how really this is all real and it's not a game. Like, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and I know I've experienced that many times, but I'm just going to give a little bit more background about me. I've always wanted to be an author. That is my skill set by trade. I have been writing my entire life. I've written 2 books, a children's book when I was, I think, 10 years old, and then a novel at 15. And so becoming an author has always been my lifelong dream. I've always wanted to be sort of, the black J.K. Rowling, so to speak. And I just always have a passion and a love for writing because I want to help others through writing, and especially children through writing. I've even done volunteering in Africa and some other places, and it's really given me an eye-opening experience. Now, I've always wanted success in my life, and I always wanted to be successful. But what I didn't understand is the real spiritual implications of success. And mind you, this is before I knew anything about, Hollywood and the industry or anything, really. So long story short, I always, and I'm not even ashamed to say it anymore, but I did want to be the first billionaire black author. That was always a life goal of mine. And I knew with a lot of hard work and a lot of passion, I could do it. But what I didn't realize was that there was a catch. You see, just like in the book of Matthew, when Satan came to Yahushua to deceive him and came to try to tempt him and tell him that he can own all the kingdoms of the world, all of the kingdoms can be his, but all he had to do was what? All he had to do was bow down and worship Satan. And of course, we know the famous story. Yahushua said, "Get thee away from me, Satan. I will not do no such thing." And as we saw in that passage alone, that Satan even used scripture to try to twist it. Well, I'm here to tell you that Satan tried to do the same thing with me. Because, see, Satan thinks he's the Most High. Satan thinks that he is a so-called God, when he, of course, is not. But I'm telling you this to say that Satan came to me and said that I could become the first billionaire black author. I could be the next J.K. Rowling. I could have the entire world. I could be going on book signings. I could be, win the Nobel Prize. I could have all these things. And all I had to do was bow down and worship Satan, who I called back then, of course, God, without knowing my creator's true name, Yah or Yahuah. And so that just goes to show you how the devil likes to pretend that he is the Most High when he is not. And he likes to come to people and try to convince them that, yeah, they can have anything as long as they worship him. And as I started doing more research and started really getting attuned to the Most High, that I started to see how much that my pleasures and what I wanted and everything about me would have led me down the path of destruction. Because you see, I knew nothing about the Most High. I knew nothing about the law, statutes, and commandments. I just wanted to be the best-selling author of all time. It's what I wanted, but it wasn't what the Most High wanted for me, if that makes sense. And so when I really started to understand that and really started to study into that, I started to see just how much Yahuah saved me from damnation. Because, see, you need to understand something, that today's modern-day Christianity is just pagan Egyptian religion repackaged all over again. You need to understand that Satan has deceived the entire world, even the very elect. And I was one of them at a time. I would go to church thinking that I'm worshiping the Most High, but really I'm worshiping a false white image of Jesus, who is really the image of the beast, who is Satan himself. And so when I started to realize that, and when Yahuah really opened my eyes, and my spiritual eyes, and started showing me things and showing me truth, he led me to how just evil, wicked, and demonic that the whole Hollywood entertainment industry is. And he really started to show me that if you want to make big money in America or just in general, if you want to have $50 million, $100 million, you know, any type of money like that, even 10 million, then you're going to have to do a whole lot to get it. And that includes writing your name in blood and signing a deal with Satan himself, and probably offering up a blood sacrifice, just as Kanye West, the Kardashians, and all the others have done. And I'm telling you this to say that Yahuah really did save me from damnation. You see, our Father loves us so much, despite our sins, despite what we've done in the past, despite all of our iniquities and transgressions, and despite my own, despite my selfishness, despite how much I wanted to be the world's best-selling author, despite all of that, Yahuah still came to me and still showed me his truth. He still showed me his word. He still led me to his word. He loved me so much that he gave his only begotten son, Yahusha, so that I may live and have everlasting life and be grafted back into Yisrael through the son, Yahusha. You see, the Most High loved me so much that he came to me and showed me who I really am, and that I am his image, and that I was made in his image, and that I am a Hebrew Israelite. You see, Yahuah loved me so much that he led me away from all of what Satan was trying to do and all the schemes of the devil. He led me away from all that and led me into his truth, invited me into his kingdom, and invited me to be his own, and even calls me as his own. Now that's true love, and you're not going to find it anywhere else. So this video is for people who are still on the fence, or who's still looking to go into the industry, or who are still thinking about, oh, maybe I want to go into Hollywood, maybe I want to become that big actor. Well, I'm just letting you know that you're going to have to do a whole lot to get there. And this is for all of you who are really seeking Yahuah and want to know his truth, and just really who really want to be saved and delivered. Just know that he is salvation. Just as the Messiah's name Yahusha in Hebrew means Yah is salvation, which he is. And I'm here as a living testimony to let all of you out there know that he will save and deliver, and that he will gather his children, just as he said he would, even in these end times, even in these last days. So I just wanted to share this with you all and share this testimony, just so that you can see how powerful and amazing our Creator Yahuah is, because no one else could do that. And honestly, if it were up to me, I just would have abandoned it completely. But see, Yahuah has a plan, and that plan is gathering his children, gathering his people, who are the so-called black people, Negroes, so-called. So I just thought I'd share this with you all. Hopefully it sows a seed into you, and really plants a seed into your heart. May Yahuah be with you, and I hope this really motivates you, impacts you, inspires you somehow. This is Truth Unveiled. Shalom.